Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I think Ukraine and the West are displaying, that psychological projection mechanism by which you hide your feelings or actions, most likely feelings, by pointing them out to someone else. So let's say you're a criminal and you are pointing out that they are criminals, not necessarily being criminals, but it's just a projection of what you are, what you do onto others. And why do I say that? It's because these guys in the West seem to have no introspection, self-introspection, and they don't have, accountability, which is accountability of their actions. I did this, well, let me look into it and see how I can make it better, and so on. Better in a way that change it into making it a good thing. So what happened here? Let me show you. Here it is. This comes from the Kiev Independent, and you can figure out what I'm talking about if you are familiar with the issue. UK Defense Ministry, and I'm quoting, paranoid Russian officials crack down on blue and yellow colors in public. And the other article I have ready here is from the New Voice of Ukraine. How to get arrested in Russia? Just wear blue and yellow. So the British say that, the Russians are paranoid and they crack on people, displaying blue and yellow, the colors in public, which is could be interpreted as being the Ukrainian flag. Now, remember, blue and yellow are not owned by Ukraine. Racism or this are not, or slavery is not owned by one specific group, all right, or a color. Is owned by that specific group, even though these guys are trying to push into that direction. Now, let me read you what this theory says here. So I'm going to go with what is projection as a defense mechanism. So we know what we're talking about here, to be a little bit more diplomatic. Projection is a defense mechanism in which an individual recognizes their unacceptable traits or impulses in someone else to avoid recognizing those traits or impulses in themselves subconsciously. For example, someone who bullies another for being anxious and insecure may be doing so to avoid acknowledging their exhibit those same tendencies. Well, acknowledging they exhibit those same tendencies. So we got that covered. So here we have the US Defense Ministry, who's seeing and calling the Russian paranoid for, cracking down, according to them, cracking down on blue and yellow colors in public. But they also ignore that their countries on their side, including Ukraine, who you saw the other article talking about the same thing, banning letters to be used on the license plate, like Z and another one associated with the Russian invasion. Like, those letters are owned by Russian invasion from now on. Like the Roman salute. The Roman salute is now, has a bad connotation because some idiots used it for about 20 years in its history of, I'm talking about the Roman salute, over 1,400 years span, right? From 753, I think, Rome was formed, until what, 480 some, until it fell to the, whatever, how do you call those, Visigoths, Ostrogoths, whatever they were, the Goths, right? There we used the Roman salute, and then these guys fucked it up in 20 years, and all of a sudden that destroyed everything else. Really? I gave you this analogy. It's like I go and take a shower, come out, and oh, you're dirty. What do you mean you're dirty? I'm dirty. I just took a shower. Yeah, but you still might have some things here, impurities, you got germs. Well, that changes the whole thing. Why should I call it that way when it's like versus the rest? The same here. So anyway, these guys are banning letters, and not only that. Look at Lithuania, Estonia, those Baltic states with a total population of 5 million people. Latvia, Estonia, and Latvia, Estonia, and Lithuania. And I'm saying that so you see the importance Okay, and we have to say that consider the importance of a country based on the population, economic output, military prowess, and all that. Okay, so it's not the case here. So before these guys and other things, they destroyed all kind of monuments over there, Soviet monuments, not Russian monuments, Soviets. Ukraine was part of Soviet Union, so, but they're, you know what I mean. So they call him that way, paranoid, for cracking down on that, but these guys make laws against that and policies. You can't do that, you can't do that, it's illegal. And on the other hand, they also arrested those 4 bloggers, female bloggers, that, you know, videotaped the attack on Kiev, some rockets and missiles hitting, because they disclosed the truth. It's not, oh, they disclosed the location of the Patriot systems. The Russians already knew where they were. I guarantee you that. They already knew they were over there, wherever they were. It was just that this was the alternative. You see the explosions, therefore we can say now, which they did, the Ukrainians, no Patriot system was blown up. But you see the explosion videotaped by someone. And they're under house arrest. They could be charged with 8 years or 9 years into jail, to stay in jail for videotaping, for giving us reality. And when they talk about here about, oh, that guy wore a shirt with a blue and this, and a flag that was misinterpreted. There's 2 examples these guys give. Oh my God, they crack down, they're paranoid. Maybe you are paranoid, but so is the other side, even more paranoid, and they call it tyrannical. That's extra. So you see how they interpret it? Here. Russia is sporadically cracking down on people wearing blue and yellow, interpreting it as symbolism in support of Ukraine, according to UK Defense Ministry's June 4 intelligence update. Or it could be. Could be. After a care home worker was arrested for... Remember, these things are not necessarily true. Okay, not necessarily true. After a care... Why do I say that? Why? Am I going to read the Russian press or something? I don't know. Maybe it happened, maybe it didn't. I'm just taking it as a face value by the UK intelligence, which will never lie to us. Never. Never. After a home worker was arrested for wearing a blue and yellow jacket last month, just like that, Russian National Guards also arrested a man near St. Petersburg for displaying a flag with those colors. It turned out to be a flag of Russia's aerospace forces. These two examples, to a paranoid atmosphere in Russia's increasingly totalitarian system, according to intelligence updates. So this arrest, the 2, in a country of 145 million people, it's an increasing totalitarian system. But the other guys, by law, forbidding the use of letters of the alphabet, not Russian letters, alphabet. No, that's not a... No, they do it because they're at war and it's justified. But no signs of increasing totalitarian system. Excuse me, but we're not tards, all right? But they think we are. Why? Because a big majority of them are. Therefore, they say, well, I'm not making these videos or the articles, they think. We're not gonna write these articles for you and I. Because they know they can't get us. They cannot get us. They make it for the other ones. And they say, okay, we're going to catch in our net about 40% of the population. That's all we need. 40%. We don't need to get 100% of the population. We need to get 40%. You and I, we are what, 5%? Who see this kind of bullshit? But the other 40, those totalitarian. And you're going to meet people from that 40%, I don't know, at the bar, I don't know, Christmas parties, birthday parties, wherever, and they're going to parrot you that. Yeah, the Russians are totalitarian. They arrested people. They arrested their own people. How many? People, man. How many? 2. Okay, who told you that? I don't know, man. The newspapers. Are you telling me the newspapers are, you're better than the newspapers? Yes, that's exactly what I tell you. That usually comes to this. Why do you think you know more? Maybe I read more. Maybe I'm more intelligent. How you measure that? Oh, a diploma? Don't go into that one. So, it's all right. Oh, what makes you think that you know better than a guy on the TV? I listen to him. What makes you think I know less? Oh, otherwise you would be over there and he would be over here. Really? Well, if good people are always winners, why was Hitler where he was, or Mussolini? You see, it's not necessarily like that. But anyway, these guys. Oh, yeah, eventually they, the truth and love wins. Really? How about 1999 bombardment of Yugoslavia? Who won then? Or invasion of Iraq? Who won then? Oh, we Saddam Hussein got what he deserved. Says who? Who were the judges? The same here with Yugoslavia, 1999. Anyway, you know what I mean with all this thing. It's a projection. And not only a projection, an unjust way of looking at things and exposing. Those are totalitarians. We are not. We have it into law. They don't. But hey, those are paranoid. Really? And not only that, I can go on and on with the freedom of press in Ukraine, with political parties that were banned, with a crackdown on religion over there. One particular denomination, if you want to look at it that way, because what they found, according to them, 3, 5, 6, 10 guys over there that work allegedly for the other side, the same. I'm dirty here a little bit. That means the whole thing is dirty. Yeah, those 3, 4, we're gonna ban everything. That's how it works over here. Yeah, it was this kind of crime over there. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna ban humans now. No humans, no crime. Is that where they're gonna go next? Well, they talk about guns. Oh, no guns, no crime. No more shooting, nothing like that. Oh, like the criminals don't have guns, right? But law-abiding citizens should not have a means to defend themselves from many things. So here it is, my friends, projection. And not projection, this is criminal what these guys are doing. Why? Because they make this kind of articles that, they portray certain things that even if you condemn that, and I should wear this and wear whatever, but then on the other side, why don't you use the same, the same rules? Well, we know why. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.